Okay.
I just did. I
Sounds
just started.
good.
No
Okay,
one can
good.
stop me.
Good.
Can't stop
Okay.
me now. Speaking of bands that
Nobody wants you
don't
to
do that
stop.
thing. Can't stop me. It'd be so much worse.
Jesus Christ. Oh,
It
I
would
don't like
be-
the idea of a nasal Freddie Mercury.
It would be so much worse if he was in that trend.
Another one bites the dust.
Killer.
And another one stops.
Oh no, we don't need Dave Matthews covering like
Is this the real
It's like the
life?
exact same pitch as like
overtime.
God.
one of the greatest
Is
moments
this
of
just
all of SpongeBob.
fantasy? Caught in a landslide.
No escape
No
from I'm not
escape
done
from
eating.
Reality.
Open your arms, look up to the sky, and fuck up the words. Damn it, that's not the words. It's not
I'm
open
just
your
a
arms.
hermit. Precious no sympathy.
Oh, we're so stupid.
We weren't even live for
Boy.
the beginning of this, so it makes no sense.
We win. Well, I mean, okay. To back up the story, we started talking about Big Chungus, and he was in a cult, and then we. There you go. There's your context. Did that help?
I actually
Did that
don't
help,
know how
children?
I don't remember how that connected at all. Let's just say I got a big laugh out of Bird before we started. It's a big warm up.
Yeah.
Naturally,
we had a bit
naturally I
going.
wasn't recording, so fuck me.
No,
What's
it
a
was,
friendship for if not content?
Yeah, really. We need to monetize our friendship because
Okay. Have you
otherwise,
started
why
yet?
the fuck would we ever talk? What?
Have you started too?
Yeah, I started a while ago.
Yeah. I always gotta check, otherwise I start talking and you're like, hold on, let me start streaming.
Okay, that is totally fair.
So
You
we have
are
a
correct about
problem,
that.
Bird.
No, we don't have a problem. Fuck
So
you.
I think
Why
you
did
and
you
I
start off with
both.
that?
I think you and I both like. Well, this is a game about problems and solving them.
Oh,
If we don't have a problem, then we could get in Minecraft territory where I'm like, I don't know what to do today, and then we stop
Okay,
playing
okay.
Minecraft.
Oh, yeah, fair.
So-
fair.
As we noticed last time, monorail train technology is like literally in the next tier, and it requires two things we can't make yet, or we technically
Yes.
can make, but we are not making them yet.
Yes.
So either we can work on that, either by handcrafting them or trying to figure out how to get them built and so on, or we're gonna need
Okay.
to pipe the oil all the way here and process it here.
Okay.
So one of those needs to happen. We either need to
So-
dig up everything we made over there except for the actual rigs, and then like create a pipe coming here, and then like power that pipe so it keeps going because it has like range limits.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I would normally actually be kind of game, since it's the start of the session, to do it the hard but correct way. However, I'm not sure about pipes. Pipes is a bridge a little too far for me. Like, if this was just, we got to make a big old conveyor, oh, man, I totally could be down for that.
Granted, the
Gotta
new
pipe
thing
it.
will also probably be hard, which is that we'll have a train.
Yeah, but a train is like...
It's exciting. It's progress.
It's
but we
exciting
need,
and new,
but we
and
need-
it's probably
we need-
way more correct.
we need 29 more computers and 100 heavy modular frames, and we're not making
Okay.
either of them.
Okay, so computers are made of a lot. They're
Can we even-
pretty extra.
Yeah, I think to make
So-
computers, you have to make a trip to get like the plastic or something. Let's see.
Yeah, so I can do that. And
Okay, so we
you
need to be
know,
wait.
we need
do
to vamp.
okay, circuit boards. Okay, circuit boards are copper sheets and plastic. Okay.
Okay, well, I'm gonna head over there and I'll see you in 5 minutes.
Uh,
If not more time than that. I think it takes 5 minutes one trip. So got a
Yeah.
10-minute topic you want to bang out real quick?
Right now I'm rapidly. This might be a good idea for you to do is, if you go on the building thing and you right-click on computer and do add to-do list, you can sit there
Right-click
and
on the
you can sit there and click
thing.
on it 100 times, and then you'll know how many you
Right-click
need
on
for 100.
Oh, God.
Actually-
okay, wait. How do I do that again?
Actually, it will at the craft bench you can right-click on computer and then you do add to list.
Well, I'm
But
not
that's gonna
gonna.
be Now that I look at it, it's like that requires 10 circuit boards per computer, and we need 100 computers, so we need 1,000 circuit boards.
I mean,
So instead of clicking on circuit board 1,000 times, it might be easier just to write down the math. Because it's nice, easy, add zeros math. So that's a lot easier than clicking on it that many times.
yeah, sounds like a much more solid.
You
plan.
go jog. I'll open Notepad to write down
Oh,
my notes, and I'll tell you how much you need by the time you get
Okay.
there.
If it
real
ends up
quick.
being like 10,000, then we're in a little itty bitty whittle bit of trouble.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't really paying attention to the numbers, but I was crunching it and I arrived at 10,000. So I'm either correct or I'm off by an order of magnitude, and I'm really hoping it's the second one.
So for the circuit boards alone, you're gonna need 4,000 plastic.
Oh fuck, dude.
And then oh god, 18. Okay.
Okay, what are circuit boards made of?
They're made of plastic and then copper sheets, which we make.
Copper sheets are over there. Okay.
It's fine. Well,
Okay.
you just need to grab enough plastic for all the computers and all of the circuit boards.
Which is 4,000. We probably only have like 20.
It's actually 5,800.
Okay. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna tell you how many is over there.
Because if my math's
And then I'm
correctly,
gonna propose a interesting alternative idea, which is there is copper nearby this stuff. So we could make copper sheets over here, and that
mean,
is already gonna simplify it a lot.
I mean, I think our copper sheets are fine.
Yeah, that's
We
not
have a factory
the
making
problem
it.
is the
We
plastic.
just need to get enough
right?
plastic and then bring it back here, and then we can do everything else here.
Yeah. So
And that's going to be 5,800 plastic.
yeah. So what I'm saying is like, why make it over there when we can make it where the plastic is?
Because we need copper sheets, and we need cables, and we need screws.
Okay. Yeah. So that sucks. All right.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Point
parts.
made.
There's a lot of parts.
Alrighty.
Every computer is 50 screws. But no, the biggest thing.
Well, that's like one iron. Like 50 screws aren't the problem.
Yeah, the hardest thing's going to be the circuit board.
Yeah.
Yeah, every circuit board is 2 copper sheets, so it's it's going to be 4,000 plastic for the circuit boards and 2,000 copper sheets for the plastic. But then the computers
Okay.
is another 1,800, so overall it's 5,800 plastic,
Okay.
which is mucho plastico, which is also
right.
definitely how language works.
Yeah. Just add O.
Yeah.
To the end of any
Just like
word.
how in
Not even
Japanese
noun,
you
just
add U to
word.
the end of words.
Yeah, like boobaroo.
Yeah, you just need 5,800 plastiku. That is more likely to be true
was-
than.
I was gonna say that
than-
was weirdly more believable than
no.
Plastico.
It's actually you'll actually be more accurate with Japanese than with Spanish if you just lazily mispronounce the English word. It's because they have
Alrighty.
a much larger tendency to just adopt English words.
Yeah.
So if it's a newish word, then it's probably just the English word, but through their phonetics.
Okay, so I learned a
and
thing.
whatnot.
If you drop in between the
Oh.
refineries. Oh wait, hang on. Okay, never mind. What were you gonna say? Something good, I hope.
Yes, very good news.
Oh,
We need 100 heavy modular frames. We only need 50 computers. In fact,
Yeah.
I already put 21 in because I found some in those wreckages. So we actually
Yeah.
only need 29 computers. So we need about a fourth of what I actually said.
okay.
I was looking at the
Okay.
wrong
That's
number on
good.
the screen. That's great news, except for
That's
the part
really
where we have
good.
to make 100 heavy modular frames, which requires 1,500
Well-
pipes and 10,000 screws. Well, the screws will be easy. I don't know
Yeah.
where those come
Okay.
from.
So let me check how much plastic we have, and I will let you know the good news on our end, because I think you're really gonna like this if my math is right.
5,800 times 0.29 is 1682.
Alrighty. Guess how much plastic we have?
3.
100, because the thing stops producing it after 100 because it filled up, because we're not actually moving any of the plastic into a storage container.
Oh, there's no storage container there?
No, there's no storage containers.
Oh, I thought I made storage containers last time. Or are they just being
No.
pumped into something? Oh, that's the second stage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I got as far as making the first machine that pumps into the second machine, and then it stopped.
Yep. Yeah, you set up the double pump action pretty nicely, but
Well, shit.
yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay, well, here's the plan.
Things are going well.
No, they aren't.
At this point, it might be easier to just do the pipes.
I'm going to do the pipes in a second,
You're
yeah.
gonna do the pipes? Okay, I'll stop.
Yep.
Because I was about to start. So I should work on the next tech tree then, or not the next tech tree, the next state.
This is a very bad design, Bird. Oh, God, why are you doing it this way?
Okay, so
And
heavy
yet I
modular
can't
frames
stop.
are just frames, pipes, encased beams, and screws. So I'll just start making those, I guess. Because when
Okay.
we need them regardless, I can start making them factory-wise instead. Which probably would be faster than handcrafting them anyway, except for our steel is usually bad. So I'm a little worried.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
about
sure
this-
our steel's not good.
I'm worried about the 2 steel components that go into this process.
Steel's been one of those things where I think that we neglected fixing it because we didn't really want to do it, so then we started doing oil because that was more fun.
Well, we did spend
But-
multiple sessions trying to fix it.
We did. Okay, that's true. Maybe it is better. I don't really remember.
It's just an overall bandwidth thing.
Yeah, okay.
Uh,
Okay.
To some extent, I think we just need like more of all of the base
Raw
resources to
materials?
some extent, because
Yeah.
aren't they kind of capping out?
Well, we're kind of screwed on coal, right? That was our limiting point. Maybe not. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at it in a while.
You know, I look down there right now, and it looks like the resources for coal and iron going into steel are backed up, but that might just be because they were allowed to sit long enough that everything that's being made in the
Okay.
steel building just backed up. Because
Maybe.
given enough, even if it was like horribly under fulfilled, the eventually
Yeah.
eventually either of these buildings will just fill up and stop doing stuff. Because it's just an assembly line that goes higher and higher up the tower,
Yeah.
and once you get to the highest part of the tower, you just have a building that's just putting stuff into a storage container and then sitting there because it's not being used yet.
So one thing that does occur to me is that if we just need things like plastics and rubber, we don't need pipes for that. We can just conveyor belt it.
Well, what I was talking about is because it's such a process to deal with everything there, what we probably want to
Yeah,
do is
okay.
pipeline the raw oil and then do all
Yeah,
the
you're
processing
probably right.
here. Otherwise,
probably
you'd have to
right.
make like, if we made everything separately
Trips.
there, you'd have to make like you'd have to make conveyors for like 6 different resources eventually.
Yeah, and we'd have to keep walking back and forth between the bases
Yeah.
to get over here.
Where the fuck
and that
are
would take
plates made?
forever. All right, that's fair.
Down here?
Well,
There they
I guess the question becomes, how hard can it possibly be
are. To make pipes?
to make enough pipes? That's the thing. Which,
Well, we're backed up decently on pipes right now. I
Okay.
assume steel pipes are used to make pipes, but I don't
Let me
remember.
check.
And if
I
they
think
are,
it's just the copper sheets, honestly. Let me look.
I'm so bad at telling what menu stuff is in.
Pipeline Mark 1 is a copper sheet, which I think we have an ass load of, right?
Yeah, it looks like you're gonna need there's a whole place making copper sheets, and I don't remember if it's even being used for anything yet. Besides all the times we need to grab them. You'll
Okay.
need a bunch of cement and iron plates for the supports.
Okay. I
And
guess
then-
I'm gonna be. So
and
what
the
I'm gonna
pump
do is I'm
requires
just gonna make.
rotors.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm
And then
gonna
power.
avoid making the pumps for now, I'm just gonna get the pipelines,
Connected.
and then
and
later
deal with it from
on,
there.
yeah, I'll connect it, and then I'll go back through and I'll try to figure out what the hell, how the hell pumps work. So that's gonna be my project, and that's probably gonna take me the next, I want to say, rest of session. So we got that going for
Have
me.
a good time. Maybe I'll switch
Yeah,
to
it's gonna be
the
great.
easiest research project instead of the one that we can't do.
Yeah, maybe that's a good call.
Thankfully, all
to
the resources just
move us
stay
along.
there.
Yeah.
Alternative flow. Oh yeah, this is the one where you learn how to make bottles.
Learn how to make what now? Into who now?
That's where
Into
we
where
learn how
now?
to make bottles. Alternative fluid transport.
Oh, this is where instead of piping everything, we just put it on and bottle it
Conveyors.
up.
Which might just
I
be
see.
a bigger pain in the ass for all I know. I don't know.
Yeah, we still need to make heavy modular frames for it.
Yeah, so I'm still working on that.
I don't know.
One way or another, I think that part of your goal is to
I'm
go
gonna find ya.
downhill.
Oh,
Is if you're going downhill, then you don't have need to do as much pipe.
yeah.
You don't need as much pumping. There we go. It's like, what the fuck am I talking about? I made this ladder
So
too
what are we
tall.
gonna do? We're gonna make a pipe all the way back here.
Probably just
then-
following your sky bridge. That seems like a good
Yeah,
blueprint.
yeah. So I'm just trying to think ahead. So we're gonna make a pipe from that place to our main base, so that we can research alternative fluid transport and trains, so that we'll tear up the pipes later and replace it with a train.
Maybe, or I might just use
And
trains just in
then-
general because
Yeah,
the further we
Well,
get, the
we'll
more
tear up the
long
pipe.
distant places we seem to need.
I think we'd want to tear up the pipe to then put the stuff onto the train instead in the bottles with the alternative fluid transport.
One of the things that'll be interesting to check. Well, a train can have a fluid car.
Oh,
you don't have to do anything
that's
like
where we
that.
keep all the pee.
Yeah, it's the P car. You
Fantastic.
did very good.
I was concerned. I wasn't going to say anything. Obviously,
Yeah.
only an idiot would say something, but you know,
Only
now I don't
only
have
an
to
idiot
be.
would say words. What are you, some kind of
Been-
literate?
Yeah. Look at T.S. Eliot over here. Oh, I made cats.
And fascism.
That was Nietzsche, but close enough.
Oh yeah, created all of fascism. Yes, I was implying T.S. Eliot created the concept of fascism.
Yeah, no, what you said didn't make any sense, but I wasn't going to question it. I've never thought of cats as a love letter to fascism, but now I can't unsee it. Skimble Shanks is,
No, I don't think. I don't know if Cats was a love letter to fascism. I just know that the guy had some issues.
I don't know shit all about T.S. Eliot, except he wrote everything in lowercase letters, and also that was E.E. Cummings, not T.S. Eliot. God damn it! Whoops. Sorry, Eliot. Or wait, who am I apologizing to? I'm taking
No
the
one knows
copper. and
anymore.
we're
I've only
going
encountered the
home.
lowercase letters thing in Will Grayson, a book that John Green wrote half of. It was about
Okay.
two different characters named Will Grayson, and two different authors wrote the chapter.
Wow.
So it alternated between their perspectives, and the two perspectives written by the two different authors. And so you could, in order to tell who the fuck you were like listening to the perspective of, because they couldn't just say their name because they had the same name. They just had an entire character be entirely lowercase. So half the book's lowercase. That's a choice you can make.
It's like House of Leaves, but pretty different and very little relationship to House of Leaves.
I think I'm wrapping that up soon. I'm almost there.
Yeah, it's not that. It looks a lot bigger than it actually is, and then you get to the back half of the book and you realize like half the pages are empty, or you know.
There's weird sections
just
where
an
you just burn
image.
through 100 pages in like one session.
Yeah,
And then
it's
there's
fantastic.
Oof. Wait,
What?
whoa.
What? I don't like that sounds.
Dick move.
No. Dick stay.
So a heavy modular frame is 4 resources to make it.
Yeah.
The manufacturer, which does 4 resource items, requires heavy modular frames.
God damn it, you're right.
So I'm gonna have to make 10 heavy modular frames just to start making heavy modular frames.
That's mean. Oh, that's not cool.
That's annoying. But yeah, that book is more consumable than I thought it was going to be.
It's very readable.
Somebody sent it to our PO box a few years ago, and
yeah,
that was actually the first time I'd even heard of it. But but it keeps coming up periodically, which is part of my incentive to finally read it. And
it's a fun read. It's not nearly as like dense or as I mean, it's not like you're fucking reading James Joyce or something. Like it's fun and
yeah,
digestible.
Except for the parts that are very not fun on purpose.
Yeah.
But when you're going through it, like if you page through it and see the weirdness of it, you think that it I thought that it was going to be like a weird series of disconnected documents that may not even have anything to do with each other, and it's up to you to like interpret what's going on and stuff. But it's it's basically it's kind of like how like in Hank Green's new book, every chapter opens with a news report that just gives you a perspective in that setting besides the protagonist that the whole book is from. And so it's kind of like that. Like it's a bunch of different documents that are all different metatextual aspects of what the main thing is that's happening. Except it still does have the thing where there are essentially 3 stories happening at once. And in each layer of the story, the previous person's story wasn't real. Which, like, all books aren't real except for the ones that are, but...
but
except
I mean,
for nonfiction books.
Yeah, except for nonfiction books. But have you ever read anyone? Snooze fest, am I right?
I mean, yes. I don't love nonfiction.
Oh, I almost exclusively read nonfiction.
I
wow,
don't.
that's a sad sentence to say out loud this time.
Is it?
Not really.
It just makes you the person everyone wants to be. Just like how they're like, oh, what?
Oh, that's a sad sentence.
Just
my God.
Just like when people are like, I'll watch these documentaries. They'll inform me about things, and then they're just filling up your Netflix My List for like years until you're like, oh, I think some of them disappeared. And you like, because you just want to watch superhero movies. This is not autobiographical at all. Nah, I want to watch people get murdered in the woods, mostly.
I mean, I assume that you want to watch other people commit the murder.
Well, we did the.
Oh, that's what you meant when you said it was autobiographical. You're a murderer. Ah, got it.
Shit, how do I hold down the craft button with something so I can eat?
Persephone would be very, very pleased to hear this.
There we go. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm holding it down.
Whatever her name is.
Now I can eat noodles. Because I didn't finish eating before this, and I'm really frustrated about that.
Put the power on the same side that I want to make the pipes run. I can make this work. It just will require me to do one small thing. Okay, that was actually way easier than I expected.
You did it. I'm proud of you.
Oh, yes, I did. I mean, you know, the only reason I don't watch like superhero movies and fiction movies and stuff like that is because I find them boring and too long. So instead
You find like all movies too long.
Yeah, but apparently not documentaries.
No!
What? Oh, fuck.
The manufacturer requires plastic. Did you just die?
I did just die. I wasn't paying
Mazel tov.
I'm
I'm gonna run all the way there.
all the way to the plastic
Yep.
land. You're going
without
to LA.
I need 50 plastic to make a manufacturer.
Well, you can also just go to my dead body because I got 100 plastic on it. So, spare you the trip.
What was it? Oh yeah, the forest stuff. We did the movie recommendations podcast like at the beginning of the new podcast's run, and I just realized that like a significant percentage of movies that I like involve things going wrong in the woods.
Like Babadook.
No. No.
I mean, isn't Babadook basically just Slenderman? No, don't you dare pass me. That was terrifying. Oh crap! I'm not wearing my special legs. That's the problem.
I was like, I can catch up with him. I can murder. Where is?
I knew it.
Oh, you
I
dropped
fell,
in a
so
place.
just come. I didn't jump. I fell. Very, very different.
At least you fell by the only place that lets us access the floor.
That's true. All right. How do I drop plastic on the floor?
You just drag it on the floor out of your
Okay.
window.
E tab, and there we go.
Da 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 da. This has been a whole
Hobbit is
process.
Duke. Hey, there's a new. I didn't realize this, but there's a game made by the same person who made Baba Is You. It totally slipped under my radar. Have you played it?
Were you about to say Baba is Duke?
No, chat did. I'm not going to just steal their jokes.
Yeah,
even
but
though
you
it really does help.
You said that out loud, and then it sounded a lot like you're warming up to say it at me as a punchline. And I'm like, does he know he said it out loud?
No. I was just springboarding off of it into more content that I didn't have to think of. But anyway, yeah,
he made that roguelike physics-based Noita.
Yeah, Noita. I hadn't heard of this until all of a sudden somebody was like, "Yeah, the person who made Baba is Duke." Damn it, Baba Is You made this. It was like bullshit. He didn't make a second video game. That's impossible.
Well, he made part of it at least, because it's because I made a thumbnail that because I try to sell the indie game here and there, and in this case I was like, watch this video, it's by these people, and the pedigree was that like it's from the creators of Baba Is You, something else I can't remember right now, and the creators of the Swapper, which was a beloved indie game where you play as a dude that switches places with other copies of himself, which with distressing. Well, at first you just do it really. It's a little like Soma, where you just start doing it as a puzzle solution, but then over time it starts to have like existential dread attached to it when you start realizing that maybe you're killing yourself over and over again and whatnot. But
was that made by the person that made the company of Myself? Because that sounds kind of similar to that old Flash game.
I don't know, but that's just an ongoing trope a bit, like in Soma. But the one of the eye-catching thing about that game was that the entire game was made with, I guess, stop motion and miniatures. Like it was all photographed real things was the entire game. And admittedly, when I played it, and maybe it's because I played it on console, so it was farther away than sitting in front of a computer screen at the time. But it just didn't really stand out to me that much. the core gimmick that must have taken so long to make, and I was like barely aware of it while I was playing it. Maybe if I was like
for whatever it's worth, I'd
know it.
I've never really been all that into like stop motion animation. Like even probably pretty good stop motion animation, like Wallace and Gromit or whatever. I've just always been kind of like, it's not really my Babadook.
Oh yeah, my thumbnail said from the creators of Crayon Physics Deluxe, The Swapper, and Baba Is You was the pedigree. Uh-oh.
What?
Are you okay, Satisfactory?
Yeah, no, the game is not okay. That would explain why the thing completely broke. Unet connection. Hang on, I can diagnose this. Okay. No, I can't. They are using blueprints though, which is disgusting.
Tabbing out was a mistake. Yeah.
They made Noita. Yep.
I'm gonna have to.
So they did. Well, now's a good time.
I'm gonna have to relaunch. I'm gonna have to relaunch the game.
Cool.
I think tabbing out froze the game.
Yeah.
Well. Food.
Do you think that the guy that made Baba is Duke has also made food?
I think I'm gonna force close this game. Ma-da-da-da-da-da.
So,
How's everyone enjoying the show?
yeah, this took a really, really eventful turn.
Just gonna rapidly eat
What's
food while
pissing
it's
everybody
relaunching the
off
game.
lately, huh? You wanna have a rage cast right now? What are your hot takes? What's everyone angry about? We'll turn this into Twitter real quick.
Jordan
The
Peterson
horniest-
unironically made a sequel book called 12 More Rules for Life. You know,
Nice.
after he was just almost dead several times from his life choices. He's like, I'm a good life guru. I'm going to make a second one. So that was pretty bad news.
Join game. Sebastian SP.
All right, it's back
Join
open.
Sebastian SP. I'm connecting to host 4 out of 4. Here we go. Looking good.
Looks like it was a little bit ago, so we're good.
I guess I'm gonna find out. Oh yeah, I lost mere second of
Yeah, it was like right
of,
next to where I left off.
stream. Yep. Here we go. We're returning. Good. Wow, I was really worried that I was gonna have to lose some of this valuable making pipe go footage.
Well, you wouldn't lose the footage.
Man. Well, okay. I meant to say progress, not footage. But then my sentence didn't really make any sense, so yeah, whatever. Okay, cool.
Get it together, bird developers.
Yes, please. That would be fantastic if bird developers got it together at some point.
How's your UTX design going? You having a
What are you
fantastic time?
You talking about like game dev stuff where I've been designing buttons for like 2 weeks straight?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really fun.
Is that what it
is?
is?
No.
Is it fun?
No, it's really not.
You having a good time?
No. Sans. Anyway, that was probably a sans serif font joke in there somewhere.
How is
Like
everything
a really
sans?
bad one. Yeah.
What?
Anyway.
How do you relate everything back to Sans? That was a hell of a moment in your life, wasn't it?
Yeah, kinda.
Sans left an impact on you. I still haven't even played that.
Yeah, it's probably fine. I think somebody once asked me, like, I didn't understand Undertale. Dude, like, explain it to me. Explain why I should be into Undertale. And my response was, I don't care enough about Undertale to do that. Like, the game came out years ago. If you're not going to enjoy it or play it, like, it's not my responsibility to convince you to do it. It was so weird. Somebody was baiting me into trying to, like, convince someone to play a game.
I get that fairly often where people want me to write them a personal review for something, essentially. And I'm like, no, there's so many of you, and I'm...
Yeah.
What kind of level of personal investment do I need to have at some point? In
Yeah,
that kind of situation.
You like making a UI and stuff like that is it's fun because basically it's like programming, but all your tools are worse, and it's way more frustrating. And I thought to myself, like, ooh, this will be kind of cool. Like, it'll be more artistic. It'll be like visually, like, more fun and engaging. It was significantly worse. It was so much worse of an experience than doing just like writing text for programming. It was awful. But then when it came time to, what was weird was that the part that was a lot more fun that I didn't expect is that, like, making icons and buttons and stuff like that, that's actually kind of fun.
I was going to say, you were complaining, but I was like, just making little interface elements sounds fun.
That's fun.
But it's
that
all
part's
the technical
actually...
it's the technical shit about how it actually works that's the problem.
Yeah, that part sucks ass. But, like, making little buttons and icons and stuff like that is super duper fun. Because it's like, oh, I'm going to draw a picture of, like, a door and, like, try to make it, like, look like the best little door that I possibly can with 2 shapes. And that's the way that you got to do it. And so that process is actually really fun. The thing that I liked the most actually was doing just some stuff for flavor, where I was oh, that's going straight through the platform. That doesn't look good. Oh well, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I had to make a bunch of like fake avatars for like other players, sort of. I don't really want to get into it too much, but there is nothing more fun than sitting down for 30 minutes and drawing with a mouse and the pencil tool as many stupid avatars I could possibly think of. My favorite was I made a constipated Vegeta. Oh, that was the best one, because I was thinking to myself, like, man, it's gonna be awesome to do, like, I'll try to like make somebody look like they stepped right out of Dragon Ball Z, and when you do that with a mouse, you know, doing things like making the eyes look the same direction, making it so that their chin isn't like clipping directly through their cheek and stuff like that. Those are called stretch goals. They're nice to have. So, that was a fun like use of my afternoon, because I basically just spent an entire like hour or so making doodles and giggling to myself like an absolute moron. Would recommend. But yes, the actual technical stuff of making the UI like work is literally just programming, but different programming. It was shocking to me how much I disliked the process. I was not prepared for how much I was going to be annoyed at it.
So the game's shipping next week, right?
God. No.
Oh, god damn it, where was it? Fuck.
No. I've decided I'm just not going to release it. I'm just going to make it, and then it'll be my little secret. And it'll be my little treasure that I don't share with the rest of the world. Ah, shit. Oh, no. Oh, I forgot a thing. Oh,
That's
wait.
okay.
We're just
I've made several
it's
mistakes
just
while you
oil.
were talking.
Okay, it's just oil, right? We're not shipping any of our processed oil. It's just oil.
No, the idea is to process it here instead and just tear everything up
Okay.
that we had over there.
Okay, good.
Because now that was working.
All right.
But no, while you
Okay,
were talking, I ran motors into my manufacturer, and motors are not an ingredient of a Hebermoshler frame.
Oh.
So I just wasted a bunch of time.
Nice.
And then I ran out of line for the encased industrial beams to then do the lift for once I got to the top of the building. And then I looked down and I'm like, I don't remember what side of the... I can't see it, and I can't even remember what side of the building I did it on, so I had to go back.
All right, so for now what I'm going to do... For now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pump water to the base, because I don't want to disrupt any of the oil lines, and I'm going to use water as an experiment to figure out how to pump just a liquid. And I hope I don't regret this. I hope this doesn't like Factorio me, where, you know, by doing that I make it so the whole pipeline is like tainted. Okay, I'm not going to do this.
I mean, Factorio...
We're gonna do this with actual oil.
Wait, yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I would just do it normally.
Yeah, I just don't
Factorio was
it.
weird. You get stuck in a weird position where stuff was just in your pipes, and you're like, I don't know what to do about this.
Yeah,
it's
it
not
wasn't
the thing
great.
I want. Because like it would like sometimes it would like auto connect with something else. You're like, fuck no, that's two different things.
Mm-hmm.
I do think the pipes in this game have a flush button, which is a little funny.
Yeah.
And very useful if it works, which I have never tested and would like to never test. Huh! Okay, I'm fine.
Good. I was
Every
worried
now-
that you weren't fine for a second.
Every now and then I just run to the edge of a building, and then realize that I didn't run to the edge of the building. I'm off of it. And then I need to air control back to a building. Or I'll be having a bad time.
You know who said that sentence? Yeah, you know who said that sentence. It
No.
was Sans Undertale.
Oh.
It was Sans.
Why do you call him
Undertale.
Sans Undertale?
I don't know. I just think it's funny.
Because he's not. Is he not in Undertale? Is that the revelation here?
No, he is in Undertale. I just call him Sans Undertale. Cannot connect pipe networks using different fluids. So Keith, I have bad news.
It tries to stop you from the bad thing happening.
It's saying it needs water. Oh no, flush the full pipe network. Flush the full pipe network. Flush the full No! No, tell me that I didn't do this. Okay, good.
What did
It was.
do? Did you accidentally
I don't
add
know.
water or something?
I didn't accidentally add water. I purposefully added water, thinking that it wasn't going to be an issue, and it was.
Why would it not be an issue if you added water to the pipes that already have something else in them?
Okay, it wasn't an issue. You're able to flush the entire pipe system, not just, Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, let's see how this works. Well, yep, okay, so I'm gonna need one pumper.
I made this nice 3 different floors screws sitch back in the day. And now when I finally need screws again, it's like clear in the opposite direction of where the arm is pointing. So I'm like dismantling the arm to make it better.
It's like saying Mario Nintendo. And is that not hilarious?
Is it?
I mean, now you've just fucking tempted me to start saying Mario Nintendo.
No.
I don't think I'm going to, but that's really funny.
You don't make sense.
It's that's glorious. That's glorious. Power pole Mark II. Make that place this one. You're gonna go right there. I'm loving it. Alright, good.
Why don't I use the master's mounted button? Because I don't know what it is.
Yeah, what did you just say?
I have no idea what the master's mantle button is. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I don't know how well the pumps work, but okay, well that one crapped out, so... another pump for the pumper. I'm sure that will be fine to do it that way.
It's so easy to just like fire a building across the map when you're trying to build stuff.
It is.
Like, oh, it's over there now. Nope, I was trying to click the edge.
Okay, is this flowing good? This looks like it's flowing good. Kinda.
Okay.
Kinda. Yeah. Let's see if this one's flowing good. Kinda. Maybe.
Oh man, I had like a rhythm down.
Pipes. I don't know how pipes and pumps do. Oh well, this is looking good.
At some point, I knew how to make these look good. I don't know if I can do it anymore.
Okay, I'm just gonna quickly see if the
turning corners down to a science.
I'm gonna quickly see if the pipeline pumps will even tell me what they do. Maximum head lift is 20 meters. Allows fluids to be transported 20 meters upwards. Okay, that's cool. How many meters am I? That's
1.5 to 2? Is that how people are?
Yeah, that's the part that I don't quite know. How long can these go? That's the
How
another
long
question.
can
Like, do I need to? Is it only for pumping them upwards that I need the pump lumper? the pump lump, the blue.
Pump a lump.
The pump a duper nose.
Pump a lump.
This ain't very flowy. I don't know how fluids work. I know that you use like some second derivatives or some shit, right? Uh-oh. Oh, that's going the wrong direction. I think all of the oil just filled backwards.
And I think rate is basically measured in like the circumference. It's like the circumference of the pipe times the speed at which it's traveling in the pipe.
Okay.
Or something. I don't know. I took hydrology like 6 years ago. We had algorithms.
Obviously,
and
because
maths.
circumference. I mean, what kind of stupid word is that?
I guess
it's got
radius.
the word "cum" in it.
It's the area of the pipe, I guess. So it's like the pi r squared shit. Okay.
Fire squared shit.
I have some scary air control problems.
I think I need to put a pumpy here.
Yes, when you put it in the shit compactor. Like from
I'm
Deadly.
gonna choose to ignore those
I almost
words.
said Deadly Premonition from Disco Elysium.
Okay.
The shit compressor. It comes out cubed. Alright. It's got the encased steel pipes and modular frames. Those are from right over there. That'll be super easy. I'm even already bringing them here from that. So that's cool. Thank you, convenient me from the past. I'm sure that if I add a splitter to that, I won't have any long-term ramifications for that choice. I never get punished for my mistakes.
Good. How do you pull that off? I would love to know that superpower.
It's called lying.
The only thing I receive from my mistakes is exclusively punishment. That's like the only consequence I ever received from making a mistake. It's a bad one.
Yeah, if somebody could put those on hold for me. Thanks.
Okay.
Greatly appreciated. If I could just stop facing consequences for my actions, please.
Mm-hmm.
Some other people seem to have figured out the art. If only I could just sort of add that to my skill set.
Do you think if I get really good at Satisfactory, I'll become a fluid dynamicer engineer?
What were those words supposed to be?
If I learn how fluids and oils work on Satisfactory, won't I eventually become good at fluids in the mathematics world and then could become a fluidic engineer? I fail to understand what's so difficult to understand about the words I just said, Keith.
Yeah, it's like how I am a world-class singer because I beat Rock Band on Expert.
Yes. Okay, good to know. I didn't know that I learned a fact about you.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
What did you do it some other way?
I mean, I did it the hard way. I had to
learn
cheat
how to
in
sing
college.
like a
Yeah.
loser. Who needs
That
learning
puppy
when you
there.
have video games?
Keith, there are people watching this that probably went to school, okay?
Yeah.
Let's not insult them.
Almost like it's mandated by the government. There's
if
people
you don't-
who there's two types of people who went to school and criminals.
Jesus Christ. I'm just wondering if maybe I don't have enough oil. Oh, I need to probably power the
Let's
fucking
make bad
thing.
choices.
Maybe that would make a difference. I'll put a power line there. And then a power line there. And this is ugly, but you know what it does? It works. There we go. There you go.
Oh, it's the wrong one. Gotcha.
Satisfactory gives you a college degree at the end of the game. Oh, is that like one of the last research things in the space station? Is just college?
We were doing this all to get a degree. That truly is a dystopia. It won't even do anything. This is not a solution. But I just want something to start working. I'm just gonna I'm gonna pay for this choice immediately. I just don't want to work on the downstairs right now.
Okay, so I could probably do the mathematics to figure out fluids. Instead, I'm kind of bullshitting it, and it's working fine enough.
Is it hard to understand?
Well, so the problem is, it says it pumps things up like what, 20 meters vertically. The problem is I have no concept for what that means, because I'd have to look at these ramps to figure it out, but I didn't actually plan it that well. So I have no idea what this height is that I'm trying to work with here, right?
I'm making a conveyor pole and looking up and down just to try to see if it tells me anything about its height. Let's see. I don't know. I kind of figure I would just connect it, and then if it's not working, add a pump to the part where it looks like it probably needs a pump the most.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to do.
And then if it starts working, then you're good, and if it doesn't start working, then add another pump.
Right.
Because you can check the inside of you can check the contents of the pipe basically anywhere, I think, to know whether or not it features contents at the moment. At the mo.
Yeah, so that's what I'm. I must have disconnected this somehow. What the? I'm so confused as to what just happened here.
Were
Is
mistakes
that not
made?
Connected to the power? It must not be. I must have accidentally disconnected the power somehow.
Birdsley would never make a mistake.
I mean, the last time I made a
He's
mistake,
impeccable.
I learned that. Oh. Oh no. That was the words? That was the words that you said? Oh, I think the issue is that I think I made the pumps go the wrong way.
The pumps.
I'm choosing to be the bigger man and just ignore you right now.
Oh, I didn't connect power. Oh! Okay, it's cool. I have a jelly. I'm good at jumping off of buildings. If only I ever planned it. I'm just whenever I connect anything to a power pole these days, I just find the closest one and I turn it into a Mark II.
Yeah,
and I'm just
that's a good
slowly
idea.
improving the world around me.
Okay, so that's going through there.
Okay.
Okay, this pipe probably doesn't have enough in it, and it looks like my thesis is correct.
We should be good now, in that we're at least all the things that are used to make a heavy modular frame are pointing into it. But
That's the first step.
in the long term, the rates are all going to get fucky when stuff starts moving again.
Yeah. Stuff do get fucky, though.
Yeah. But for now, at least it should be working.
Here
That's
comes
good
the
enough.
first pipe now.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay,
list.
okay.
There we go. Oh, look at it go. It's beautiful. I'm going to finish eating real quick while I'm staring at it. Even though it's an hour old now, so it's not even good.
What, the food?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what are you eating?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, that was an O&O of me almost dropping it.
Oh, okay.
I'm an adult.
Ah, gotcha. Does Keith do geology ASMR?
What does that mean?
Damn, dude. Sounds like you need to start a Keith Sebastian S2 or something. Make a second channel for ASMR about rocks. Get your rocks off with Keith's rock pun that I don't know because I don't know rocks.
Rocks sound like anti-ASMR. Like they'd be the antithesis of all of it.
I mean, what you gotta do is you gotta get like a toothbrush and you gotta use that to gently like rub the rocks. You just get the little like shh, shh, shh noise, and like
There we go.
that's your ASMR.
And just now I was doing fork scraping a bowl ASMR.
yeah.
Well-known good sound that
part
people
sucked.
like.
Mhm.
The
yeah.
I guess there's sand.
Yeah. Everyone loves a gritty ASMR.
I don't understand ASMR.
Okay, well,
Whenever I find
Okay.
anything that's called ASMR in any way, it's just annoying. That's the takeaway.
no, okay, so ASMR, right? Like you find a rock and then you take some sandpaper and you sand the rock and you just like whisper while you do it. Like, oh, this is very porous. This is a gritty rock.
Like whistle while we work.
Yeah. I don't know what that meant.
That's fine.
Okay.
No one does.
Okay. Sounds like an Audrey Hepburn movie or something.
It does sound like a really old movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, remember when the movies were about things instead of superheroes?
Yeah.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
What is Headlift?
Pepperidge Farm now has a superhero mascot.
Oh
They
God.
just take over.
I hope it doesn't. Here, YouTube gave you a recommendation ad for ASMR of turtles eating.
Oh, that's not. I was expecting a different word after turtles.
Oh, no. That would be an ASMR for like, yeah, I was gonna say like, and to think those are velociraptors.
What?
The dinosaur sounds in Jurassic Park were all turtle noises slowed down.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, all the
which dinosaur was the fucking turtle sound?
all of them. Every dinosaur in Jurassic Park was a turtle having an orgasm.
Beautiful. The circle of life. Shit, I should grab 100 here.
What does a turtle eating even sound like? How is a turtle eating any different from
Than
anything
most
else eating
things
except
eating,
slower?
I guess it's eating vegetables,
Yes, okay.
so it's like
So-
crunchy.
Yeah, okay, so I can understand how crunch equals ASMR, sure. But why
This could take so long.
turtles?
And I can't make another one until it makes
Like,
10.
are they going with turtles because they're non-union?
just had
like, what's
turtles?
the fucking yeah?
I mean, I assume that ASMR as an industry was found. It just exists as a result of like. Wait, is this going the wrong? Oh yeah, I think it just exists as a result of like bored Foley artists.
Yeah, probably.
And Foley is itself the art of, I don't know, what do we have? Hence the turtles making dinosaur sounds thing. Like they pretty much just try to do anything
Oops.
with what they got.
I hope that wasn't important.
Probably was. We're probably doomed now. Doomed! I'm so bad at telling where anything is. Shit.
I'm gonna hope that this can clip through the ground. Yes, it can. Good. Okay. All problems are solved by not caring.
That's really where.
All right. Is
Literally
this
one
working
floor
yet?
below me. I'm a disaster.
Oh, it probably would be working a lot better if I made it face the correct direction.
That's ambitious.
There we go. There we go.
I like the cut of
There
your
we go.
jib. You want things to actually fit. You won't do well here.
I'm so confused by all of this shit. Is this thing working? It clearly is not. Unless it is. Now, it doesn't look like it's not turned
fuck.
on. I honestly think that the pipeline pumps might just be straight up legitimately a little bit glitchy or something. This is so weird to me.
Should I come take a look?
No.
Don't you fucking dare. It's my problem. I don't want solutions, I just want to complain.
Okay, there it goes. There it goes. Okay.
I can just repeat
That-
other people's advice at random and hope that it applies.
Alright, what's other people's advice? Go.
If we ask Effie, it would be that you should set up a raid,
Shadow Legend?
or a raid, what's it called? Hard drive thing.
Oh. Any other useless bullshit you want to share with me right now?
Apply WD-40, turn it off and turn it on again.
Okay, I did. How am I
Right.
going to apply WD-40? I'm trying. The whole thing is I'm trying to get WD-40 to the base.
Well, you're just gonna Hank Hill it? Or you can't get
I
the
mean-
WD-40 lid open, so he takes another WD-40 out of his pocket and then
For whatever
applies it
it's
to the
worth.
lid.
Probably one of the best King of the Hill clips I've ever seen. Do the thing better. Oh my god, just fucking.
Yeah. You ever considered doing gooder
I'll
instead of doing?
do that right after I get
bad,
good. How about that?
way you're
Is that a fair
batting.
trade?
You're doing pretty bad right
Jesus
now. What if you
Christ.
did good?
Okay, teach. Thanks. Be a much shorter fucking movie of Freedom Riders if it was just like I don't know, do better.
So it's 120 per minute. It's 60-60, 30-30. Is that the cap?
Make the oil
Yes.
do a loopity-doo.
Fuck.
Okay, that's a phenomenal suggestion right there. I like the idea of making the oil into a roller coaster.
Do all of these output right now? They do?
I think
But we
I think
need,
I'm gonna go grab the plastics
we really need an output
because
of wire.
I just want to see how much
we
we've made at this point. I put the plastics in storage, so maybe we have 5,000 and we can just make the train now.
Just revert.
Well, the important thing is that I tried.
And in the meantime, other stuff happened.
The oil needs fun. It lives a boring life. The oil used to be dinosaurs, okay? It lived a better life than any of us could ever dream.
Did it though?
Yes, because dinosaurs are just turtles orgasming.
All they did was eat and shit and then eventually die.
Yeah, I guess when you put it that way.
A
Oh,
dino's
well,
life for
impressive.
me.
So I have bad news.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
For whatever fucking reason, the thing that makes the plastic stopped making plastic, and I don't know why.
Did you unplug it?
Nope,
Is it not getting the things?
it is.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, I
Shit.
mean,
Would you like me to take a look?
yes.
Okay. Where am I? There it is. I have to remember how to get around in this place.
Am I supposed to put a pump? I'm gonna just put a pump. This is. I'm-
You Everything's going well. I
I'm
should
gonna
grab
put it
some
over
copper.
here.
I should grab copper sheets before I come in case I need to build pipes.
Yeah, sure. Why the hell not?
This is the whole place.
Certainly can't hurt.
So we just have a
Nothing
thing
else in this fucking world makes sense.
Now, Bird, you're getting salty. You're taking.
Oh,
it out
sorry.
on
Nothing
your
else in
tools.
this demonetized world makes sense.
A true craftsman never blames his tools, said not a craftsman. Written by a YouTube commenter.
By having power issues or performance issues. Hey, if you're accusing me of having ED, then this is not the time or the place.
No, he's just saying you got the yips.
Ah, okay.
The dick yips.
Aw. Oh no, I know what the problem is. Oh, it filled up all the residual fuel thing. Oh,
so it's
no.
so one of its
It just needs
outputs
to be-
can't go out because
Yeah.
it's the thing that's being output into is Those
Yeah,
are
I need to
those are
make a
like
fuel tank.
old factorial problems.
Yep. So I need to make a fuel tank.
So you either need to be
Container.
processing every byproduct at once or just dumping it somewhere continuously.
Yeah, I remember. We used to do that a lot.
Yeah.
Just fuck it, we can't use this for right now, so put it in the tank.
It was a struggle. Just trying to figure out what to do with them. I think
Yeah.
I feel like there was some periods where we didn't even have like the technology to deal with some of the aspects, which made it even more annoying.
I just don't even remember. Factorio was like that we played that for so long, and it was just every single day it was like, okay, what's barely working today?
Oh,
Struggle through it.
I'm okay. Shit.
I know you're okay.
I fell.
I know you're okay.
I did that thing where you get bored running in a straight line for too long, so you kind of like look in
Yeah.
a direction, or you like just sort of zone out for a moment, or just do anything else, and that one mouse movement is all it takes to just fly right off. Hey, I'm Mercer's
Yeah, it's sort of like why highways have to always like turn a quarter mile for every mile that they're not turning, so that you don't fall asleep while you're driving, because otherwise you'll fall
Is that a
off the road.
thing? Highways are like required to turn periodically?
Yeah, otherwise people zone out and then they get into accidents.
Yeah, it's driving on the driving in general, but also especially like once you get on the freeway, it's just so monotonous. And
Yep.
and if it's your commute, it's so rote that like I've had days where I freaked out a little bit because I was like, I'm home or I'm at school,
And you weren't paying
and
attention
I
at all.
don't remember driving most of the way.
Yep.
And it's like, I wasn't asleep, but at the same time, I feel like I wasn't conscious in that I wasn't like actively aware of my surroundings. Or maybe it was just that it's such a monotonous experience that I've had so many times before that my mind just didn't bother recording it as a new memory and just instantly dumped it out.
Oh, that's falling to my death. Oh, that is
Just like
wow,
the
this
way
is
that like
some
you don't
serious death.
It's like how you don't remember every bathroom break from a given day by the end of it.
Maybe you don't.
Um,
I try to make every shit as
an event.
memorable as it is
Oh,
for
fuck.
for regretful.
These fucking bees.
Just like an old man, I'm sitting in my study, grizzled with a book, and they're just like, "Grandfather, can you tell me a story?" And I'm just like, "I remember the face of every shit I ever took."
What, Grandpa? What does that even mean? You'll know
Nothing,
when you're
boy,
older.
you wouldn't understand. The world has made you weak and shitless.
You'll know once you've been to the war. So how's the pumps been going?
I don't fucking good, bad. I don't know.
Flow rate
It
is
starts
30
off
out of
fine and
300.
then nothing happens. Is a flow rate of 30 good? I don't know. I don't think so.
Let's see. So the yeah, each of these pumps is or rigs. What's it called? Extractor is making 240 per minute
Okay.
cubic meters, and one pipe can contain 300.
Okay. But it's also a function of like how much is being consumed on the other end, too.
Let's see. What menu are things in? I'm so bad at this game.
These are
logistics, I guess.
Pumps and stuff are logistics. They're just like conveyor belts.
I don't have rotors to make pumps anyway. Shit.
Okay, I do.
Because it doesn't... As far as I can tell, this thing isn't moving very fast.
Yeah, I know. That's the part I cannot begin to understand.
Like, among other things, it might be... You might need to put the pump closer to the beginning of the pipe.
Maybe.
Because you put it pretty high up, but it might need to be pumped from the beginning of when it's about to rise instead of when it's already been going up for a while. Like, talking about all the way back at the extractor.
Uh-huh.
So it's being made.
Yeah, it makes sense to put
minute.
it makes sense to put it at like the base rather than up. But yeah, sure, whatever. I just put this here as a desperation move because I couldn't tell what was going on, and I was like, yeah, this seems like it'll help.
Just starting to get used to how to read these things.
Because the problem with the pumps and stuff that I'm having is that it's showing me like a point in time, like how much is flowing right now. But what I want to see is in an ideal world, how much
I think the ideal world is the fact that the extractor itself says that it makes 240 per minute.
Okay.
So you want, so you're trying to reach 240 per minute in the actual pumps.
Right. And how much?
And they're like,
how much head lift does the extractor have?
Head lift?
How much high go it?
I don't know if that's information we have.
It doesn't look like it. We get that information on the pumps.
Yeah,
Just
but I think you want to put the pump at the bottom.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
But I can't do it. I don't have parts.
Okay, so this is recommended max head lift. Does that mean, am I targeting max head lift of 20 meters, or is that the max? I'm reading. I'm stopping to just read this. I can't figure it out intuitively.
Yeah.
All right.
So the head lift is how much? Okay. Because you can look at the dial on the right is saying how much it's currently lifting the fluid that it's pushing. So it's currently lifting fluid 3 meters.
Okay.
And the recommended maximum is 20.
Yeah.
Which I believe means that you can't. You want to stay under 20 because if you're trying to go higher than that, then you're going to cap out, and that's just not how much it can process.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
That's what I think it means. I can't tab out to check anything because last time I tabbed out, it froze the game. So I don't know. I don't have the parts to help anyway, so you'll just have to figure it out. Do you want copper sheets? Do you need copper sheets? Because I have too many of those right now.
No, I don't need copper sheets, but thank you. Okay, I'm gonna just assume that knowing the max headroom thing now is enough for me to figure this out.
Could be.
It won't be, but I'm gonna assume it.
Okay. I don't think it should be backing up, Chad, because you added a splitter. So
Yeah.
he has an alternate path for it to take, for it to leave down the pipeline.
That max head lift was
Like the other one should be full because it's not being
13.
split.
Okay, so this one's this one's not going to be able to give enough head. All right, we'll give it a little break. Wow, not even a giggle. Okay, my double entendre will just remain a.
Well, I'm trying to solve technical shit.
I know.
What did you even
Head
do?
lift exceeding maximum levels. What does that mean?
Where are you?
It's like not that further different. What? How do I do this? I'm on the ramp now. I've moved on. I'm doing different stuff. Which is the same stuff.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of them here. Yeah, this flow rate is way up right now. Nope, this one's over
Nope.
20. You fool.
But it's the angle of the pipe. What? But all these are kind of the same angle. Right? Maybe it's the grade of the pipe?
I would imagine it's the spacing.
It could be.
It's how fast, it's how much height the pipe gains between that pump and the next pump, I think. Hup, there I go again.
I think you might be right.
Oh my
So-
god. I have
Okay.
1% health.
Okay, I think you might be right. I think that
You just need to place
Um,
more of them more
I just
frequently.
need to place them more frequently.
So every time you place one, check the previous one to make sure the previous one now says less than 20.
Yes, I think that you're correct. Oh, because of course it's not going to be a factor just of how high it's going. It's also a factor of how far along it has to go. Like, it's both of those combined. So, okay. That headroom looks good. I just don't like how turgid looking the pipes are. That's the only thing. Like, if they just look
Turgid?
slightly... They're turgid.
You want the pipes to be
They're-
flaccid?
They're-
You want flat,
don't
wacky
want-
wave inflatable arm
Okay,
oil
okay.
pipeline?
there could be something in the middle. There doesn't need to... it's
Can
not
there,
the
though?
gradient is... The gradient is... It's not an either or. There's a whole spectrum of turgid to flaccid that we can be exploring, and we're limiting ourselves. We're limiting ourselves.
Are we?
Okay, fine. Well,
Is this what humanity needs today?
you can just choose not to believe in the wonderful world of turgidity that
Turgidity.
exists.
I had a WoW guildmate that was a rogue named Turgid for years, while never knowing that that was a word that whole time. And
It's a-
retroactively,
it's
it's a way more worrying name.
Yeah, it's such a gross word.
Especially for like a sneak up behind you class to be called Turgid is just kind of
Oh.
worrying.
Yeah, okay, that's not so great.
Oh, this ramp is having a swell time defying basic spacing. Well,
It's gonna put more.
if nothing else, we have oil moving in some way. I can at
Kinda.
least-
We've always had oil moving. It's
I
been
can at
moving
least
like
start
an asshole.
setting stuff up on the other end, and
Fair.
it'll consume whatever it's getting.
Okay, fair. Yeah, that totally go for that.
But now it's just you collect funny words like turgid and burgeoning.
I hate that I giggled at that.
I never got over it. It was in a ContraPoints
turgid?
video. The burgeoning. was in a ContraPoints video with great emphasis put on the word, and I never remember the context. All I remember is burgeoning.
Okay, now it's working, so I guess I just needed to put more.
Yeah.
I guess
There was
okay,
people
I
that
could've
was like,
thought this through,
there was people that, yeah,
fuck
I
it.
feel like it was relatively straightforward, actually.
Well, so the problem is I couldn't read. So I didn't really put together like what that extra dial meant. Like that was the part that I didn't understand, which is what made this
It's
way
like it's
harder.
the load of how much it can carry. It's burgeoning
Exactly.
load.
Exa-
So we're about to
It's
hit our power cap.
burgeoning. No, we're not. Fuck you. Why would you say that?
I remember there being a comment that was like, "Can't wait for them to start using oil and then run out of power." And I'm wondering if it was not because of the actual oil processing itself, but instead the pumps involved in getting it around.
I'm sure that every pump takes a ton of.
Because our
ton of
power is
stuff out.
currently almost completely capped out.
Okay,
And
well, we have a bunch of oil that we can start to process. How do you burn oil?
I don't think we have that.
Oh, you have to convert it.
I think
Right.
no, I think oil becoming power is a later research tier. I think for now it's just plastic. So instead, I
Okay.
think what I should probably be doing right now instead of whatever I was doing before, which who even remembers?
Mhm.
Ha! I should probably be trying to find another coal location.
Yeah, makes sense. Who knew that spamming pumps was actually the solution? Hey, you know, if you're ever in doubt, just pump me up. All right, but we're good. We're good. We got the pumps going. The power, yeah, the power's not great. You know, we're pretty close to that, but we can always ignore that problem. Everything's good now. Everything's really really good if you ignore the parts that are bad.
I'm gonna have to do a lot of resource gathering for this. But we did a lot of the local coal location, so I think I'm gonna go all the way down to our current oil location and search for coal there, and then try to
Okay,
branch
well,
off from
we're
there.
gonna cross paths because I want to go back to the base. So,
Well, yeah, I'm
That's
currently going
funny.
back to the base to grab all the resources that it would
okay,
take to make
makes
2
sense.
coal generators and 2 minor Mark IIs,
Okay,
and hopefully a
makes
bunch
sense.
of electric poles.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, makes good sense. Ow.
Everything you do adds new problems.
Hmm.
That's the game. Welcome. I'm sad the cube game didn't work.
What the hell's the cube game?
It's a game based on the cube that we played.
Cube World? Oh no!
What?
Yeah, you're talking about dead
Yeah,
head.
the shoe
Bad
game.
dead.
We probably
Yeah.
could have gotten some more sessions out of that if it worked at all.
We tried to get
I
more sessions
know.
out of it. That was the thing.
It was so.
And you know
we
what's
were like,
really
oh,
funny?
we get this. Let's try again.
Yep.
And then we couldn't get a single round to work. It was so fucking baffling.
Yeah.
By the end of it, I was confused how the game ever worked. Like, surely it should have
We got
never
lucky.
worked. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the Game Grumps played it like 3 days ago too. And so Ladybird was like, "Is this game new?" And I was like, "This came out like 2 years ago." And she was like, "Then how come both you and the Game Grumps just played this?"
Because I saw Game Grumps.
No, that's
Mystery
can't-
solved.
that can't honestly be why we played it.
It
Please
is.
tell me that's not.
It's
God.
literally why. I was like,
Oh
what's
my
you just-
God.
what? That's what gaming channels are. You find out about games from them.
We're not just gonna
It's like, oh, check out that
human
game. Let's
centipede
play that
Game
game.
Grumps content into other people.
No, we don't play most Game Grumps things.
That's
But
good.
I saw that on Game Grumps and I was like, yeah, that's an idea. Because it's a struggle. It is a struggle every weekend to find anything to play with a larger group that isn't just the same 2 games over and over again. In part
Yeah.
because people, like, every time you come up with anything that seems like a good idea, like, half the group either can't or won't buy it. or doesn't want it or something. And it's like, okay, fine, we'll play fucking Viscera and Jackbox again. These will never run out.
Hey, to be fair, we got like we played a lot of Viscera. Played Viscera for like a month and a half, and it wasn't boring.
It's like how I was so sure Valheim was happening to the point where I literally bought it, and then I'm like, oh, I don't think we're playing this. I don't think we're ever playing this.
I mean, you can always play it
alone. No, I'm not playing a crafting game alone. I'll lose my mind.
Yeah,
they're like built.
I'm
for
not playing a crafting game with
stuff.
people. I'm gonna lose my mind.
They're like built for doing other stuff in the meantime, and not just.
A new email received. Oh, I never get any of those. Let's read that.
Wow, what an honor.
Inbox. Power circuit notification. A fuse has been blown. Ah, shit.
Oh, no.
No. It can't be. What did you do?
It might be that I grabbed stuff off of conveyors, which then made the buildings leading to those start making the thing again, because it wasn't full anymore.
Wow. We were on the edge.
Yeah, no, we were. That's what I was saying. Like, we're pretty fucked in a moment.
Okay. All right. Well, we have a ton of biomass. I can use that to get us through this.
Can we, though? Shit, everything's taken apart. I was about to just... yeah, I will.
You will what?
Wait, how do you... Where does power get turned on? Okay, now it's going.
I don't know.
Okay. So I so I unplugged the everything you were working on to save the base for now.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
So at the base of right where you are standing right now, actually, that cable's disconnected. That connects.
No. Okay. Good.
It to the
yeah,
line.
No, it works. It works.
We'll figure this out. But yeah, for now at least the base is working, and then we can try to build solutions for it from here.
Oh, build solutions. Wow, those are triggering words.
What?
Oh, God. There's nothing more techie than being like, we build solutions. We power your business so that you can provide solutions for your customers. Building solutions is just like, it's such a marketing buzzword.
Wow. I didn't realize the harm I was doing you, and I apologize.
It's fine.
I'm sure if we all put our heads together, we can synergize a solution.
I was already getting a little bit of heartburn, so I was debating taking a minute to go get some antacids, and boy, you just spurred that along. I'll be back in a minute.
How could you just put them in the acid? They're alive. Just thought I'd sentiment on that one. One final note of being the worst, real quick. Let's see. Doesn't the large coal location have a margin? What do you mean by that? I don't know what you mean by that. I'm going to set this all up, and then it won't even be able to work yet. Because I'm going to be going off the power that's past the break off. No.
Alright, what'd I miss? Something good, right? Good things happened while I was gone? Yes, of course.
I'm just bemoaning the fact that my plan was to make a new coal plant past the oil. So even when I hook it up, it'll be hooked up to the part of the base that's currently unplugged. So it'll be a fun problem. I guess at that point, I'll run all the way back, put the biofuel in the burners, then connect it. But if we do it now, we might just run out of biofuel before we have a long-term solution, and then it'll just be like, well, now we're out of biofuel too. Well,
you ever get the feeling that we're kind of fucked right now?
I mean, I'm gonna go up to the coal place and make new coal stuff, and then...
I feel like...
That's pretty good.
I feel like this got so difficult. Like, I
I
feel like we
almost
just
died.
hit an absolute, like, cliff face in terms of how much harder this got.
No. Honestly, we're fine.
No? Okay, good.
No.
I guess it is just me. Got it. Okay, I'm the weird one. That makes sense.
I mean, there's solvable problems. This is just what the game is.
Oh, they're solvable problems. I see.
Well, it's
Here
like
I
the-
was just sitting, you know, thinking I would never be able to accomplish
wanna be
anything in
down
my
here.
entire life. What?
I just don't want to be down here. I fell and I don't have a good way up.
Oh,
Shit.
yeah. Okay, I need to get... Wait, oh, I right-click on it a bunch of times to see how much need I think. What things I need?
I'll just get bored and be like, I want to look over there slightly, or like I think this time I scanned. I think I scanned for coal and wanted to look in the right direction or something, and then I tried like turning like right or whatever while like adapting by strafing and thinking like that'll offset it and I won't fall, and then I fall immediately. You'll never get used to it. It's not that I'm not used to it, it's that it's so fucking boring. It's so boring to run in a straight line for 5 minutes and do nothing else, both for like
Oh, I need to
filming
get,
and for like the party that wants to multitask or look at something
I
or
need
do
to
anything
get
else.
I need to get Speedy Boy legs, now that I remember while I'm here.
Were they not on your corpse?
No, I lost my Speedy Boy legs a while ago.
Oh. That's worrying.
I don't know why I did, but I did.
Don't do that, yeah. God, what? I lost my train of thought completely.
You
Whoa.
hate running in straight lines.
Yeah, what were we talking about before I fell?
Game Grumps. Antacids. Building solutions.
I thought you wanted to escape that.
Architecting solutions for our business needs that are rapidly evolving customer bases. Try to keep up with the day's world. We need to be
Synergizing
able
our
to predict the
company
scale.
policy via
Our
Microsoft
policy.
Solutions Works Groups. What's the
Yeah,
shittily
with your-
named Microsoft program that just sounds like the...
Microsoft is your share groups for Windows, for workbenches, for workplaces.
what do you say?
3.1, Bob.
Are you okay? If I say yes, will you stop asking?
I'm just trying to sound even more insane, and I can't really come up with any more verbal diarrhea than, like, we help doers become builders and dreamers. To partner up with us today and get your app dreams and hopes out the ass.
Oh, I never researched this hard drive. Shit. It blows my mind a bit how much people just like eat that stuff up sometimes when they're just not saying anything. Sometimes that's what like fucking video game conventions are, where it's like an hour and a half of watching somebody try not to say anything because they're not allowed to confirm basically anything. So they just say vaguely ambitious sounding buzzwords a bunch. Uh-oh. Oh shit. Bad boy.
A fully open world immersive game world experience. Join all of your friends in an online cooperative battle.
Like Blizzworld, Blizzworld.
Blizzworld.
BlizzCon was straight up this year like it was super baffling for Overwatch.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't really say anything like at all.
Because they don't have anything in the pipeline.
Well, they have stuff in the pipeline, but it's like entirely unconfirmed stuff.
Oh,
It's just
great.
the vague promise of totally having Overwatch 2 come out at some point, but who knows
Yeah,
when.
well, they've been doing that for a year.
Yeah.
So-
And so it's just kind of a nightmare of like sort of vague buzzwords and then like conceptual promises that they're totally gonna shake things up, and they keep saying that they're gonna redefine the sequel, which I'm like, what the fuck are you
What
even
the
talking
hell
about?
does that mean?
What the fuck? How dare
We're
you?
gonna bring you an all-new,
Uh-oh,
immersive, challenging experience that will push your video games to the to the test and blow out the rest.
Wow. What an honor.
Are we keeping the screws anywhere, or are they just going on various belts?
Well, there's one thing of screws that isn't being, there's 3
Okay.
entire layers of screws coming out of that building, and currently of the 3rd layer, only one of the 4 tracks is actually going anywhere.
Right, but I need to pick up 1,800 of them, and I'm not picking them up one at a time.
No, they're not going into like a box.
Well,
Oh, there's so many enemies around here.
well, this makes me want to demonetize on a whole new level.
Oh, it makes me wanna. Ooh, 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 ooh. I swear I had thoughts at some point, but the game is just taking up so much of my attention that it's so hard to maintain a topic.
Yeah, no.
I think I had like a story going into this that I never even start. Like I was like, oh, that'll be a good idea, and then the moment we started streaming, I lost whatever it was. I have no idea.
For whatever it's worth, the current running gag is for me to just spam verbally a ton of buzzwords that are meaningless. That's probably not doing a whole lot of good in terms of maintaining a coherent train of thought.
Yeah, this is just an unwatchable video. Except for the part where on my screen it's an endless gauntlet of me running past various threats for my life. So I'm just brute forcing it. I'm just sprinting through the countryside. Just covered in threat. No, scan, damn it.
We're not making heavy modular screws, right? We're not making it anywhere. And we're just...
Oh, is that it?
I need 1,800 screws. Wait, I can just grab the iron
I'm
pipes
here.
and make the screws manually in like a minute.
Where's my weapon? Fuck. These controls are confusing. Bees!
Alright, okay. So Keith, if you had a story that you wanted to tell before we started streaming, I can try and jog your memory. Okay, did it involve Big Chungus?
It did not.
That's where the evening started.
I've never had a story involving Big Chungus.
Well, then why were you chunging before we started? You were like, bird.
Please don't die.
I got a chungus for you.
Please don't die.
Are we making iron rods go anywhere? Oh, that's a lot of screws. Oh, thank God. Okay. We do have a giant screw box, but no new screws are in it. So I'm just gonna borrow those screws from the screw bank and hope that I never have to repay that debt.
We just have a screws box?
I mean, no.
Like it was just a
No, it's
every now and then I have to disconnect something from it. Like I'll have like something feeding into somewhere, or I just need to get rid of a bunch of them. Like I'm trying to move this building, and there's just like a bunch of screws. I'll like offload the track of the screws into something else, and then I'll just disconnect it and leave it there because I'm like, I don't know, someday somebody will come by and pick up these screws.
That day was Albert Einstein.
Because the alternative is to destroy the track that the screws are on.
Yeah.
And
don't
then
want to do that.
Then you just make 50 annoying little boxes everywhere that are all the all the screws where they were originally coming from. Okay. So I've arrived at my destination. Oh, there's even more here. Oh, I'm coming back. Okay. That's good. That's good. Ah, evil. So I arrived at my coal place, and I put down 2 coal miners because that's how much I brought, because I didn't know what I was going to be finding. And I'm definitely seeing at least 2 more coal sources here.
Ooh.
So I'm just going to scale the fuck up with our power. Even if it ends up being mostly between episodes work. I will make it happen.
Okay. Are we storing steel pipes anywhere, or are we just manufacturing them and immediately using them?
Our bandwidth is so low for pipes and beams, I guess, that yeah, they're just being sent directly to stuff, and there's never enough of them.
All right.
We just generally need, like, that's one of our, especially when we have trains, if we can get there, we just want to make we just need to make shit. I'm sorry. I'm reading comments about one topic while trying to build one thing, and while trying to talk to you about a third thing. It's so fucking much. It's like, I'm
No,
guessing
it's
Keith forgot
fine.
that he needs
It's
water for the
fine.
coal generator.
I got
I'm just trying to fucking try, bro.
I got a funny. So
I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of
getting
water
raided.
here, but I don't have...
I'm getting raided, and everyone just joined in to spam emotes. But Nightbot, I never configured Nightbot to stop being so annoying. So it's just blocking a raid of 35 people, and nobody's able to say anything.
It's blocking them?
Yeah.
Is it just deleting the
So,
comments, or is it blocking? It's like
no, it deletes the
removing each
comments
person.
and also mutes the one person got muted for 10 minutes.
Oh.
I've been meaning to turn off Nightbot for like a year because it's so annoying, and it's just
biting you in the ass here.
It just ruined. Oh man. Well, to all those people that came in to raid, welcome. I suddenly feel put on the spot. Trust me, earlier in the night we were talking about Chungus.
It's a real brave move of you to unraid yourself.
Yeah, no, man, you know, we started off the night talking about Big Chungus, and everything kind of went downhill from there, so... And now we're not making steel pipes, so man, I wish I was working on something exciting now.
Is that on Twitch?
Yeah, it's on Twitch.
So I was gonna say, didn't they? I'm trying to remember. I think I heard they added a rating on YouTube.
Yeah, they did that.
I don't think I've ever seen it though.
I don't know. I've never seen. I guess clearly you're not sexy enough to get rated.
Nah. Too busy being such a counterculture anti-streamer.
Yeah, if there's one thing I think of when I think of you, Keith, I think of like somebody who's really edgy.
Yeah.
And doesn't obey anybody's rules.
Real trend bucker.
Yeah. And that's why we're playing the video game, which is literally about nothing but effectively obeying rules of mathematics. You're like, yes, this is a game where, like, literally
we're rebelling against nature, man. We're counter culture.
Mm-hmm.
Where we just fucking...
Not having steel pipes.
Wow, cool lasers,
really...
the cyberpunk genre.
Yeah.
Let's have a lake here.
Yeah,
is that more coal? Holy shit.
I think I'm just gonna grab the...
How many of them are there here?
Steel bars myself and just make it by hand.
Yeah, I was hoping to get this done in one trip, but it's definitely not happening.
What were we even working on again? You haven't been able to maintain a clear thought for the past 4.
Yeah, I've been really overwhelmed.
I see.
Part of me is trying to figure out what I wanted to talk about a while ago, and I'll never get it back. And part of me is trying to survive the wilderness while trying to plan expeditions for all the different stuff I need to have on me to make the coal place. Mm-hmm. And it's just, there's too many things at once. And then you'll, like, say something, and I'd be like, I don't know what he said.
I'm sorry.
Fuck.
I can choose to not say anything if that makes your life a little bit better.
I'm just like, I'm just failing as a
I
commentator.
didn't realize
right now.
I didn't realize I'm imposing upon you by cooperatively doing this, doing commentary. I'll do better next time.
I can go. This is
I
a
know
good
what I'm
time
not
for you.
I grabbed the wrong resource. Fuck.
What is this?
Our base looks so much
Sam
better organized.
Ore.
Our base looks so much more organized and better than it actually is.
Bird!
What? What about Bird? What did I do?
I found Sam ore.
Sam or what?
Like as a deposit, like not just or like as a source, not just like a rock that you mine for 2 seconds and it's gone. I was like, why is there a weirdly dark chunk of coal over there on a rock? And it's like it's all shiny. It looks like a pool of oil.
Are you saying Sam ore or sand ore?
SAM ore. Like its name is S.A.M. Every now and then you find like a deposit of it here and there. You know?
I haven't I have not seen any of that at all. You've so any SAM ore deposit you must have like mined up before I saw it.
Yeah, they've also been in the like our boxes. They're probably still in, there's probably someone in our box right now that has like the miscellaneous rare ores in it that we can't mine anywhere yet.
Uh-huh.
So there's our first SAM ore. It's somewhere between the oil location and the new coal place that I found.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's actually in line of sight of one of the water. Through the fog, I can currently see the water pump that you have by the oil.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like on top of a rock.
I
don't even know what it's for,
this...
but once we mine it, I can probably like research it finally because we never have enough of it.
This news would be a lot more exciting to me if I knew what the fuck SAM ore was useful for. But I'll try to be happy for you.
It's a new thing. All new things lead to new things.
Brilliant.
It's just the truth.
Is that a quote from the Bible or something?
It's just like a truism or whatever the fuck is the whatever you call that. Is it truism?
Orthogonal.
Orthogonal truism. But no, it's just you don't know what it is yet because you find it, especially since they obscured the hell out of stuff in this game and made it a little more confusing since the last time we played. But like you pretty much like just find new rocks and you put them in the MAM and the MAM tells you why you care about the rock. You're like, oh, it does. Oh, Quickwire. Okay. Like that's how we found out about Quickwire because we just found whatever the fuck Quickwire was made of, and then just took. Oh God, giant pig. I just want to pick up the worm or the slug. But we didn't know what it was for, and then it was like I don't know, it's here, let's mine it. And then we brought it all the way back, and then once we had enough of it, we stuck it in MAM, and MAM was like, you make Quickwire out of that. You got better poles now. Congrats. You'll use this occasionally.
Yeah, the one thing that we needed was poles.
I'm thankful you can
Speaking
make
of
them
poles,
bigger.
your...
I'm annoyed that you can't chain place poles and have them automatically connect the wires and stuff.
Speaking of poles, what were you talking about earlier today where you said that you were intentionally making poles that all the options were just there to piss people off? And that was your way of engaging your audience. What was that?
Well, it's been a thing on YouTube lately discussing how supposedly because YouTube keeps adding mechanics to its site that nobody uses. And,
yes.
But like to encourage them to be used, they actually improve things for your channel usually, and get you more likely to have views and engagement and suggestions and so on. So you're encouraged to engage with.
So to get better engagement on YouTube, you have to like use their shitty features that nobody normally uses.
To some extent, or just or it might be partly just the argument that like they're just not very well balanced for those purposes because they're underused.
Balanced.
Because there's
the YouTube meta game.
But the idea potentially is that if you make polls, then if people like click on the polls or they comment on them or vote in them, those counts as interactions. It's just like how commenting or liking on your channel counts as those kinds of things. It's like different versions of that. And there's that really, really annoying thing about polls, which is that if one of them's doing kind of well, it gets suggested to people who aren't even subscribed to your channel, so it shows up in their community feed too. And so I was just fucking around. So it's just like,
here's strangers, we want your opinion now.
Yeah. Like there's two things. There's polls and there's shorts. But I hate shorts because as far as I can tell, you can only make shorts by making them public to everybody.
Okay.
And it's just like you have to, but they're shitty phone videos that are vertical. They're shitty vertical phone videos that are supposed to be short because they're trying to get into like stories and stuff like that. Like how I've never used any of the platforms that had these where they were actually popular, but Twitter has it now too, and it's shitty on Twitter too. Where the top of the Twitter app is just it's a bunch of circles and it's a bunch of temporary videos by a bunch of random assholes, and nobody likes it. And like YouTube has a version of that somewhere too. I don't know. I don't use the fucking YouTube app, so I've never seen it in YouTube. I only know about this because fucking Legal Eagle was uploading the shorts every day, and it's annoying, and they're all vertical videos.
Yeah, but I like Legal Eagle, so
yeah,
I'm just like ooh. Small like
I know from him how much I don't want to do that because I don't want to upload a bunch of irritating vertical 1-minute videos especially like Game Grumps is doing it now too, and it's like on their highlight channel, and it's like they're just re-uploading some of their highlights as shorts, like reformatted, and it's annoying because it's just their shorts, but it was a horizontal video, and now the horizontal video is recropped into a vertical video, and they just put the vertical video in the middle of the screen, and then they put stuff above and below it, so it's like a triple cropped video, and it's a tiny postage stamp.
So before you launched into this giant rant, what was the story? You were making a poll, and all the options were just like weird. Like, what were you doing with this thing?
Well, so I don't want to do shorts because I hate them, and you can't be like only show this to cell phone people or whatever. So I'm like, well, like what I can do is I can do the poll thing, and I was just like, what's just stuff I can write polls about, and I was just kind of experimenting with the mechanic because I haven't really used it so much. And so, God, what was my? Oh, I just tabbed out. That was a mistake. Oh, it hasn't frozen. No. It hasn't frozen yet. That's a good sign. So we're probably good.
Okay.
Let's see. What was my first poll in the recent ones? I had ones before technically, but oh yeah. So I was like, okay, what's something topical right now? I was like, okay, let's have a poll that's Doom 2016 versus Doom Eternal, because I was wrapping up that playthrough, and I'm like, this game just seems worse than the game that came before it. But it was a real mixed thing. So I was like, let's poll about that. Got 2.1 thousand votes on that. I was like, oh, fuck.
Wow. All right.
Then,
that worked.
Then I had a stupid joke poll about Half-Life Alyx that people didn't get necessarily. And one person took weirdly seriously, but who would do that on the internet? Then just mechanical stuff like, yay, what game should I play next out of these 4? Because I just needed a quick choice to be made. But then I had one where I wrote a huge blog post basically about Anthem and Dragon Age 4 and the state of BioWare right now, and then polled people on their opinion about what they think, and like whether or not Dragon Age 4 will be like a return to form for BioWare, or they're long dead and it'll just be another sad thing of their corpse being dragged around and so on, and that kind of experience. But then my magnum opus was, what's the best JRPG franchise? And the games were Dark Souls, Legend of Zelda, Monster Hunter, and Yakuza. Which are all Japanese games that, to varying degrees, I would argue are JRPGs, and people will argue with me to the end of the earth about this. But yeah, like some of the people,
none of them were Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts or anything.
Yes.
That immediately pops into mind.
What is incredible? So that's the funniest variation of comment on that video on that poll to me, is like, there's people like, hi, I get it, it's a joke poll, and I'm like, no, yes, but no. The joke is the games listed are not jokes,
right?
But the fact that I specifically refused to put any of the obvious things on there is kind of a joke. Like, what's the best JRPG franchise, and just like overtly refuse to include the things that people would expect to see on a list like that. That's definitely a joke. But it's also like, it's like me trying to make a point, and some people got that and some people didn't. And so the funniest kind of comment to me is when people are like, where's Final Fantasy? And I'm like, where's just Final Fantasy? You're not gonna be like, where's Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts and Tales and Persona, and like, you're not gonna like list all of the obvious JRPGs I didn't include. Because there's probably like 10 plus comments that are all a variation of just, where's this one JRPG franchise, but no wider awareness of like how I've neglected to include any of them. And like that, people are funny, because they're the ones that I'm like, they definitely didn't get that the thing is happening here.
Yeah, well, viewer engagement is a noble thing. You know, pissing people off is an even nobler thing.
Dude, if you piss people off, it makes your channel better.
I mean,
it just works.
Yeah.
Like, it's like some of my most popular playthroughs sometimes are like, there's like some Sonic the Hedgehog stuff that comes from like, you're pissing off Sonic fans. So like all the people that are in on the thing are just like laughing about the stupid game, but the people who love the game are all mad at you, and they're all talking about that. And like the fucking ultimate example of that idea was Zero Escape. Beloved franchise that everybody loves, supposedly, in the specific bubble of people that engage with that stuff. but then it's like I didn't set out to be like contrarian and be like, we're the guys that don't like Zero Escape, fuck you. But like we didn't like Zero Escape, and so having like this big extensive playthrough of Zero Escape videos and then everybody's mad about them just leads to like a situation where all that you get so much engagement from the people that are mad at you while also getting the normal engagement from all the people that are just like the playthrough. And so those videos just keep getting promoted to the point where they're promoted over all the playthroughs that like the game. So it's like the people that are mad at us are like their own fucking worst enemy.
I have a relatively similar experience. There's another Discord that I'm a member of, which is for people that are into game development stuff. And oh my god, trolling programmers is like the easiest thing to do, because all you need to do is have an opinion.
Toothpaste on a CPU.
Oh god. No, all you need to do to piss off programmers.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've been sitting here manually cranking out steel pipes for the past 20 minutes while you were telling your boring ass story about it.
Wow. Yeah, I don't want to tab out to check, but I think that poll is at like 3,000 votes now.
But now, all you need to do to piss off programmers is say something that you know to be like completely wrong, and just sit back and watch as they like end up getting into a fight with each other, because invariably it really helps to do it in a room of various skill sets. So if you have like somebody who doesn't really know anything about programming, they'll be like, oh, that's really interesting. And you have people that know a lot about programming, they'll be like, you demonetizer, how dare you have the wrong opinion. And then they just get into this giant fight with each other, and I just get to sit back and watch. And then after I've done this like 5 times, people still haven't caught on, except for the mods. They've caught on, and they know when I do this, and they're like, stop, it makes our lives so much harder when you do this. Because nobody can take a joke worse than computer programmers. Not a soul. God, they're so sensitive. They're the most logically sensitive people I've ever met. All right, I'm gonna bounce. It's after 9. It is my time.
Computer types are often the most prone to having like the Effie effect, where they just take everything completely literally and don't even interpret that somebody's telling a joke, and so they just roll directly into it. But just as like the final thought, like what was interesting is like some people are purists for genre, right? So they'll just bring up like a turn-based JRPG, like the original Final Fantasy VII, and then like that's their hard limit, and so they have a more logical base. But you brought up Kingdom Hearts, and like that's where things like and that's a lot of people consider Kingdom Hearts to be a JRPG and Japanese action RPGs to be JRPGs. Yeah. And that's where my point lies, because if Kingdom Hearts is a JRPG, then fucking Yakuza is a JRPG. It's like it has side quests, it has random encounters, it has gear, it has leveling up, it has tons of dialogue. Like how is it not a JRPG just beyond just the aesthetics of being a modern crime game in its setting? But like there's no JRPG setting.
Does that mean that like Castlevania is a JRPG? Like
maybe JRPG is a really poorly defined genre. Like maybe like of those, maybe the shakiest one might be Zelda, but like for example, like how is Monster Hunter not a JRPG? Just because they don't call it.
It's
there's
after
no experience.
9. I gotta go.
Yeah.
As much as I would like to hear you continue to rant about your troll pull, which was great. Don't get me wrong.
I'm gonna put some more work into this to connect our power, so our base doesn't just shut down and we can play next session. So
fair.
You guys, like my audience, you guys saw me run through the forest that time. I'm gonna do more of that for a few more hours off screen until it's connected. Because Jesus Christ, and hopefully we can get more done.
Yeah, Satisfactory is a very interesting game to stream or record, because you just suddenly wind up with like dead content that lasts like hours, and you're like, oh shit, what am I supposed to do when my footage is me running around the base
it's weird. Like
picking stuff up and doing nothing.
like it's not unacceptable content. Like I feel like if we were going for like 6 hours, for example, per session, then I wouldn't feel as bad about including that stuff. But if we meet up 2 hours once a week, there's definitely like this like
yeah, it's rough.
I feel like this like urge to like get
Make
to a
it
good
perfect.
starting point for the next session instead of having the thing that I'm looking at ahead of me be the entire next session. That was more of what I was just
Right.
doing. So I try to like skip ahead a little bit for us. But it's also because I like the game and just want to play it more. It's good to not have the pressure of performing during some of the tedious things.
Right.
See you guys
All right,
next
man.
week / tomorrow
Yep.
and you tomorrow and words.
Yeah. See you tomorrow for usual multiplayer.
I'm gonna go try to finish Monsters Expedition, which is a great puzzle game. Ba-doop-ba-doop.